Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer II Battle Replay. So this one should be a fun one. So I'm playing a Skaven. I'm against the Dark Elves. I was expecting I was expecting the Charybdis, honestly. He's just so good against, you know, low leadership factions. I was expecting that, so I decided to sort of stock up on arms against it. So I've got 2 warp lightning cannons. So for anything big, it's going to get shot to pieces. Also, I was hoping for a Lord in the Sky, maybe, and in which case I have the Warlock Engineer to use Howling Warp Gale. So, you know, that and all the cannons just get dumpstered, right? You know, Lone Lord is safe in the air. So that's fun. Also, the Warlock Engineer does have that damaging aura when he's in combat, which is nice. Also, I have Lord Skrulk, so he'll be able to summon more bodies into the fray to delay stuff and get in the way while they're trying to get at my cannons. And, you know, he's just got a load of great skills. Liber Bubonicus can be great for killing lords as well, and heroes, so that'd be really fun. And also, I've got some Night Runners and Gutter Runners with poison in the front, just to try and get some skirmishing fire on things. Also, I've got some Storm Vermin with swords and shields. I've got 3 Storm Vermin with halberds, and then I've just got an assortment of random slaves, just to throw at things, bog stuff down. My opponent, he's been a bit cheeky here. He's got 2 Doomfire Warlocks in the back. These guys are very quick, and that magic damage will negate all the physical resist that a lot of Skaven troops have. So very good for hit and runs, these guys, and they are so quick. I don't have anything that can catch up to them. Not a chance. I mean, if you look, 92 speed, and what's my fastest thing? Probably the Gutter Runners. Yeah, 48. You know, it's just, there's no hope, right? So, but, you know, I can shoot them to pieces with the Warp Lightning Cannons. But I've got more pressing concerns right now. This guy's gone wholly elite and armored. So he's got Hargneth Executioners, 3 of them, and also the Red and Renowned Blade of the Blood Queen Executioners, which will give Guardian as well, which is very scary. He's also got 3 units of Dark Shards. I'm not sure why he went with a load of Dark Shards. You know, with the Blades of the Blood Queen. I mean, they're good. They'll get a lot of damage in. Well, not the Blades of the Blood Queen, just Executioners in general. I mean, there's not a huge amount of really armor-piercing stuff. I guess his insurance against Doom Wheels, I suppose, is the main concern here. But anyway. Also, he's got Crone Hellebron on foot. So she is obviously a complete monster, you know, in a fight. You don't want to be messing with her. And yeah, with that anti-infantry bonus, that's obviously going to be great against Skaven. So that's scary. Also, Sorceress of Beasts. So Transformation of Kadon is going to be used quite a lot in this one for the Terror, and that's pretty damn useful, to be honest. Also, you know, you bring a Manticore into the fray, you can attack whatever you want with it, you know, just fly over and attack whatever. So, pretty scary stuff. Very, very elite, and frankly, Executioners, they'll completely dumpster Storm Vermin. Storm Vermin won't hold up against them. So, it's pretty scary indeed. So, I'm getting some shots off. Warp Lightning Cannons aren't the best things to be shooting at these very thin lines, but any hit I do get is going to be pretty valuable. So here, he's trying to shoot at me, so I'm pulling back. So trying to slow this stuff down a bit, just by putting some pressure on. I'm starting to throw the slaves up, just to get in their way, you know, give them something to be chasing. And getting some good damage in here, you know, not too bad. I mean, 63 now, they're supposed to be at 75, so I'm doing some damage. I'm definitely doing some damage, so that's nice. So here, I do see the Doomfire Warlocks. I'm actually bringing my skirmishers to come deal with them, because these guys are crap when it comes to, you know, skirmish fire. They're just very fragile. They have no armor, they have no missile resist, so they're going to get shot to pieces. So they're really a soft target for my Gutter Runners. So that'll be good. It'll be good fun. I'm gonna go with that. It's gonna be good. So here, just throwing in Skaven slaves to keep stuff busy. He's pulling back his Dark Shards, which is nice, slowing them down. And these guys are actually going to try and send these guys on a wild goose chase. I'm going to have to send out my sort of, you know, main bulk here. So I've got something armored that can delay things properly while I shoot at things. So here you can see the Skaven slaves being shot at. So they're using ammo on slaves, that's fine. And here, Doomfire Warlocks are coming in. They know they can't charge in here because of the Storm Vermin, but he's going to keep moving around to try and find a good target. And these guys, they are trying to destroy the Skaven slaves, and they will. I mean, Skaven slaves aren't going to hold up, even with the spears. They're terrible. But I'm getting some good damage in here with the skirmishers. So the Doomfire Warlocks are suffering a bit, sending more slaves to try and catch a few of them out. You can see they're taking some pretty good damage. So this is good value for me. So far, I've lost some slaves and a bit of ammunition. So it's pretty good. So here, it looks like a summon's about to happen. Oh no, nope, it's the Doomfire Warlocks, isn't it? They're using Doombolt on me. Not sure that's the best choice. It's not really going to do anything. But anyway. So here, they're still being shot at. They're going to charge back in. And over here, I do actually have some Storm Vermin, but they're getting completely surrounded. The rear charge of the Doomfire Warlocks is going to break them pretty quickly. Here, I've got some Plague Monks. They're going to try and charge in the back, delay this stuff, but they've kind of been caught by the Hargneth Executioners. I have used a Liber Bubonicus on Crone Hellebron, and as you can see, she cannot hold up against that kind of attack. So that's pretty great for me. So still shooting into this clump. Here, it looks like another Doom Bolt is going to come in, so I'm kind of chasing these guys, and I didn't mean to do that. This was a mistake. I meant to keep them here, but I sent them forwards, and I did not mean to do that. So, whoops. So, slightly undefended here. Doomfire Warlock's coming in. This isn't good for me. So anyway, still firing into this stuff. Kind of wishing I was shooting at Hellebron at this point, honestly, rather than the Executioners. But I'm getting some good damage in there. Over on this side, things are looking a bit iffy. I've only really got the summoned rats left. Those storm vermin are broken. And, yeah, I'm under a lot of fire. Skrulk's in here, fighting a Manticore. I've got the, the Warlock Engineer getting some good damage, good AoE damage here, which is nice. Still firing into this clump, so one unit is nearly dead. That's good news. And Doomfire Warlocks, now they're coming in to attack the Warp Lightning Cannon, which is exactly what I didn't want to happen. That's why I didn't want to send my Halberds over there. Although the Halberds have managed to actually catch out the Doomfire Warlocks over here somehow. So that's good news. So these Dark Shards still being kept busy over here, which is impressive. These guys are going to come back in, all my slaves, they're going to rally. So over here, I've got these guys bogged down, doing a little bit of damage to them. Killing a few models, it's not bad. Here's some point-blank fire into the Hargneth Executioners, and I'm going to have to move the Storm Vermin around to try and block these guys. But here, these guys shooting to the sides of these would have been fantastic, but unfortunately, they've shattered. Doomfire Warlocks completely took them apart, which is really bad for me. So, over here, yeah, Skrulk got killed, actually. I completely missed that. Oh, no, there he is. So he got broken, now he's being chased down. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. He was about 4 seconds away from another lead Bubonicus when he broke. So, yeah, I could have killed Hellebron very easily there. Just one more click and she would have died. So that's really sad. That is really sad indeed. But, I've got these Dark Shards wrapped up, which is nice, by the Plague Monk, so they're not coming back. I've got my Skaven Slave Spears holding these guys back, so the Dark Shards can't shoot to my other, my only real line here. So, I do have my Storm Vermin trying to hold out. They've got armor piercing, but against, the huge amount of armor and anti-infantry and just great combat stats, this isn't good. So here I'm trying to shoot at Hellebron. She's a very small target on foot, but one or two shots and she's dead. So I need to keep on her, because she has to die, or else I'm done for. Frankly, there's no way around it. I need her dead. So I did use Howling Warp Gale on the Feral Manticore, try and keep him in place. I was hoping just to keep him in the air, really, while I tried to deal with this Sorceress. Because if I can kill the Sorceress and shoot down Hellebron, that's their leadership gone. And maybe, just using the numbers, I can start picking these guys apart. Because I will outrun everything apart from the Doomfire Warlocks. Which he is actually charging in to try and help, because he sees me going for Hellebron. So it looks like he's trying to intercept all of my gutter runners, because he needs these guys dead. Really, really badly. So here I'm actually going to pull back the Storm Vermin, but I think I should have got a rear charge. This stuff is really, really not holding in very well. I mean, look at that. They're really injured. These guys went for a rear charge, and frankly, these guys coming in, my stuff's going to break. It's not going to last against this. That's very dangerous. But Hellebron did die, so that's pretty great. I have managed to kill Hellebron, so that's going to help me out a lot. So these guys are moving back, these guys suffering huge amount of damage, and I'm shooting these guys in the back, which is something, but it's not great, honestly. They're not going to do a lot of damage, not a lot of AP. But here I see these guys secluded, so I'm going to charge these guys into these Dark Shards. I'm just going to shut them down in melee, there's no point hanging around. I'm just going to charge into them and get rid of these guys, because I'm not going to be able to survive fighting this stuff, so I might as well pick off the units I can take. So, definitely works well here. So, Doomfire Warlocks, they've suffered a huge amount of damage. Here you can see the Blades of the Blood Queen, only 6 models left, and they have 130 health. So, these guys will not hold up in a fight, even against, just the, well, even just the Sword and Board guys might be able to take them. So, I'm going to keep pressure on the Dark Shards, keep chasing them. And, while I take down these guys, because you can see the balance of power is actually still even. Despite the fact he has all these Hargneth Executioners left. But most of the units are very injured. He has one pretty healthy unit, but that's it. So here, I managed to get rid of these Dark Shards. Probably should just turn these guys off fire at will and have one unit keep chasing these guys, but I really wanted to get them in here, getting some work done. You can see Doomfire Warlocks coming, so I need to bring these guys in to deal with the Doomfire Warlocks. And you can see, getting shot at, they're really bad at that. They are really bad at getting shot at. So over here, the Sorceress of Beast taking some real damage. She should not be in this fight, and the Dark Shards are getting taken out. Unfortunately, my Skaven Slave Spears keep running away as soon as they get nearby, which is kind of sad. And I do have a lot of other guys breaking. But I still have the Storm Vermin with Halberds, so that's something. So here, they are getting close to me, though. This isn't good. They are getting close. They're going to rear charge me. I need to break these Dark Shards very quickly. So these guys are coming back. They're going to start coming back in. And the Doomfire Warlocks, I'm going to keep shooting at them until they shatter, because that's too much utility he can get out of them. So I just want these guys dead. I want these guys to make sure they don't come back. So I've still got them on fire at will. Hopefully they can finish that unit off before he gets out of range. And I think he does. There we go. So they're going to get turned off fire at will and charge down this way. And I have some more halberds coming, so they're coming. And thankfully, with Scurry Away, these guys are actually pretty quick. So that'll be handy, although they don't have it active right now. But anyway, they can outrun the super heavily armoured Hargneth Executioners, so I'm just going to keep chasing these Dark Shards. Make sure they can't come back, and I'm going to keep chasing. Amber Spear here, luckily misses, that's good news. And I'm just going to keep chasing. He's going to keep chasing me, but he's not going to be able to catch up to me, and I'm going to make sure these guys can't come back. So I may as well keep chasing while I charge in the back, because Sorceress of Beasts, when you look at her, 10 armor, yeah, I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage to it with my ranged. So that's going to be pretty great. And then the 2 units at the back are so injured. With the numbers I have, I'm able to get rear charges, you know, flank them, surround them. I'll be able to crack these guys, unless he supports them with these. So I'm just going to keep chasing. I'm just going to keep chasing. There's no point stopping. He does some other Dark Shards. They did come back, unfortunately, but, you know, couldn't be helped. I had to get rid of those Doomfire Warlocks. So, over here, you can see these guys are starting to take some fire, which is great. I'm trying to angle these guys so they can shoot at the really injured unit, because if I can break these guys are going to feel far less secure. So, the Hargoneth Executioners, Blades of the Blood Queen, have broken and shattered. Now, I'm going to get these guys to start shooting at the Sorceress, because if they can shoot at the Sorceress, she's going to take a lot more damage. It's going to be a lot more cost-effective, especially because with these guys charging me here, I'm going to get a nice flanking charge, so it breaks them straight away. And now, the Sorceress is gone. And that means he doesn't have any leadership left. All he has is these 2 units. Oh, and I suppose these Dark Shards, but they're going to take ages to get back into the fray. And here, still chasing. Still chasing. No point stopping. Just going to keep going, you know. His whole army is busy right now. With them just chasing infinitely, I can make sure this stuff is shattered. And if I like, I can just turn my attention to them to get rid of the Dark Shards. Or get a rear charge of this stuff and just turn him around at the last minute. It'll take a while, but this stuff will be able to catch up. So here we go, everything's shattered, everything's off fire at will, but my gutter runners with poison, unfortunately they have ran out of ammo. But they do have poison melee attacks as well, so getting them into melee is going to debuff the enemy, and it's going to ruin their leadership as well. They don't like being poisoned. So guys, I told you to stop firing, come on now. So anyway, so I'm going to start moving up here. I'm going to try and just get one of the units. You can see he's sort of started catching me. I've been trying to bob and weave a bit, just so, you know, these guys are moving sideways a bit more, rather than directly away from my army. Unfortunately, it is giving a chance to the Dark Shards to catch up, but, you know, it's not too bad. It ain't too bad. I mean, look at how damaged that unit is, and terrible leadership. So here, I'm trying to move things up and around, because I basically want to get close enough that he feels he needs to charge me, so I can pull a unit away, and then envelop him easier. Because that always works wonders. So here, Night Runners are getting shot at, but that's fine, they've got dodge, so they're not going to take too much damage from this, and they'll be able to get on top of those Dark Shards nice and quickly, and start killing them. So I am allowing them to shoot for this, because I need these guys to break as quickly as possible, because they should shatter the next time they break, I believe. So here, he has turned back with one of the Hargoneth Executioners. So here, I'm actually pulling the Gutter Runners out and away, as I bring the rest in, and then I can move them up and around, and get into his rear. So the rear charge from these guys is going to be a lot better. And here, okay, they do break, but they don't shatter. So I'm going to bring these guys up, because I need all the help I can. So here, I'm actually sending the Storm Vermin to come fight these Hargoneth Executioners now. I need to stop these guys, you know? I need to make sure that they're fighting near this line. So when these guys break, which they should very soon, I can bring my attention of all these guys over here to deal with the Hargoneth Executioners. I feel like these guys will hold out long enough, you know, to be able to get some rear charges on this stuff. So you can see here, my Night Runners, they're trying to catch up. All this stuff's catching up, and I'm just going to leave the Skaven Slaves here to chase off the Hargoneth Executioners, make sure they can't come back. I'll just have Skaven Slaves fighting them. That's all I need. And their leadership's low enough that should have Scurry Away proccing, which means they're going to be even quicker. So if we have a look at their speed, it's oh, it's actually been debuffed somehow. That's interesting. Anyway, it's 37, so that ain't bad. So I'm going to have them keep chasing, and these guys are all coming around the back. This is good news. So they're going to be charging into the rear, and you'll see his leadership is going to start going down pretty quickly. But they still have enough health that I need to do some damage before he's going to buckle, unfortunately. But being attacked on both sides, you know, whichever way they're facing, the ones on the other side are going to be able to get more hits in, because a melee defense doesn't really apply from a rear charge, so they're going to be able to hit a lot more. And that's enough to break them. Just that nice surround at the end. Beautiful. So, Pyrrhic victory. It was definitely Pyrrhic. That was a massacre. If we have a look, yeah, I lost 905 troops. Amazingly, I still have 700 left. That's what happens with Skaven. You bring so many units, you always leave with quite a few. But absolutely insane. Gutter Runners, MVP. I couldn't have done it without him, honestly. You know, they were just such great help poisoning the Doomfire Warlocks. I get more shots in with the rest, and frankly, just being able to do a lot of damage to them. And then when they ran out of ammo, they were still so useful. They were really quick, and that poison damage really helped just tip the scales in all of those last engagements. So it was a lot of fun. So yeah, with Skaven, even with just, you know, foot troops, you can usually outmaneuver things quite well. They are very nippy. They are a very quick faction. Obviously, the artillery can't really do that, but frankly, these guys got 2 chevrons, so they were clearly doing something right. I'm assuming that's the one that killed Hellebron in the end, so that was definitely worthwhile. Unfortunately, I did let Skrolk get caught out. It was really stupid of me just to leave him, you know, in the front line like that, but I needed to support my halberds, or else they would have just been massacred, and I would have had a very healthy unit to deal with afterwards. So I needed to hit him with stuff. I needed him there, putting the summons down to get the rear charges, get the extra damage in where I could. But Blazing Cajun here was wise enough to send Hellebron straight after him and, yeah, just cut him to pieces. He does not hold up well against a, you know, character like Hellebron. Hellebron is just purpose-made for killing something like Skrolk. So, very scary indeed. So, yeah, but I got her with the cannons. So, there was no Charybdis, but the cannons were still useful, you know? They got a lot of good armor-piercing damage into this stuff, and, yeah, they did alright. They did alright for themselves. You know, one got a bit caught out, which is upsetting. You know, I didn't mean to send those halberds in, but it is what it is. So, yeah, very, very close fought. I really like this army against Skaven. It's very terrifying, honestly. It's... You know, if it manages to get in combat, everything around it will die. It's that simple. You know, these guys are just so deadly. And all that armor means you can't just whittle them down with skirmish fire. You know, you've got to have the armor-piercing damage in there to be able to deal with them. So things like rat ogres, potentially. But then rat ogres, they can get shot to pieces pretty quickly. You know, charges with the Doomfire Warlocks, they're a lot quicker. You can get a surround on them and break their leadership nice and quickly. Hellebron, with all her great abilities, you know, being able to make a whole group of people go insane and give them huge melee attack, they can get through units so quickly. So you can't do a really solid front line against this sort of thing. You've got to use your maneuverability, you've got to pull it apart, or you have no hope of dealing with it. So it's very scary indeed. And yeah, having such, you know, immobile troops with very mobile supporting cavalry, it's really good. I really like this. I was lucky to be able to handle it at the end. You know, I was just able to catch out those units on their own, but it was tough going. But yeah, a lot of fun. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.